Hi everybody. The purpose of this video is to go over your grammar homework with you. So grab your Rules for Writer workbook, and also before we move on, Joshua Portal pointed out that on the assignment sheet it says 17-3, 17-4, 17-5, and there is no 17-5. So I am sure you all read my mind and knew that I wanted you to do 17-2 through 17-4. So if you did not already do that, take a minute, just pause the video, take a minute and do 17-2. It's actually, I think, kind of fun. You'll enjoy some of the language there, and then you can restart the video. Okay, so it's on page 39, 17-2, using appropriate language. And I'm just going to, for the sake of brevity, kind of point out the sections that you were to correct. And it made it a little bit easier here on this exercise because the section they wanted you to focus on is italicized. So in number 1, instead of saying conveyed their movable assets, you could just say moved. Number 2, instead of saying participate in attaining data, you could say learn about. Number 3, instead of saying chill, you could say relax. And I am refraining from saying chillax, but I just could not help myself. All right, number 4, instead of equestrian, horse. Number 5, articulated in writing. How about just wrote? Number 6, you could say members. Number 7, economy. And number 8, you might have had to have looked this one up. Horseshoe. A horseshoe-shaped platform. And then on page 40, 9 and 10 continues that section. This big hole in the ground, I think they're talking about the Grand Canyon. And then number 10 could be shared their homes and traditions. Now usually if we were in class, you guys would have been giving me some alternative answers. The ones that I have are not necessarily the only ones. I hope though that you see the idea of what you're supposed to do here. Now on 17-3 on page 41, you were to choose the best of the two. So let me give you these just real quickly. 1 is B, 2 is A, 3 is B, 4 is A, and 5 is B. I think this section is a little more cut and dry than sections A through C that we looked at together a couple of weeks ago. I hope you are finding that as well. Or maybe the part that's more cut and dry is the part that you're supposed to correct. All right, last one, 17-4. Again, the little numbers on in the margin there tell you what rule is applied to that line, okay? So I'm just going to go kind of line by line. So the first one that we had to do was a 17C, and it was kind of like 4 lines down, so I'll read the whole sentence. The North Rim is simply more remote. Instead of saying more in the boondocks, it's more remote. Then going on down a couple of lines, if a tourist wants to hike to the North Rim, he or she can expect an arduous 21-mile hike. And again, we talked about a better way to edit that. A sentence like that would be if tourists, plural, want to hike, they can expect. The next sentence, visitors will find a few disadvantages on the north side. And then because of the high elevation, Highway 67 is generally closed. You could just say is generally closed I don't know, to vehicular traffic, just cars can't go on there, something like that. Going on down, again, kind of in the middle of the paragraph, the sentence that starts nevertheless. The North Rim appeals to those who prefer a place to relax. And then the last one, the rustic Grand Canyon Lodge at the North Rim is a National Historic Landmark. Okay, so I hope that helps. I will be making another PowerPoint for section 18. So know that's coming to you next week to help you with your grammar. All right, let me know if you have any questions.